Stand Live, starring Pockets, Hot Rod, Bubble J, Joba, Momo, Scar, Eddie D, Albion, Gear, featuring SR5, Rugrat, Randy C, Trigudo, Vince Conway, Mike Coolall, Sean Frederick,
What up?
musical guest BSR Mayhem, and your host BSR Texan. Ladies and gentlemen, BSR Texan.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Spotter Stand. Coming at you live once again. Looks like it's just me and Vito in here tonight. Hope everybody's enjoying their holiday weekend, and I'm sure that's why we're a little short here this evening. But glad you could join me here tonight, Vito. How you doing?
Doing all right. And yourself?
Good, doing good. Yeah, I wasn't about to miss this week. I'm not out doing anything special. No plans this weekend. So we had our first official chase race of the Cup Series this last week, and we are now in the chase in all three series. So we're going to get you updated on what's happening here with everything, all these series in the chase currently here at Bomb Squad Racing. Hello there, Rugrat. How you doing? Good to see you.
User disconnected from your channel.
I guess we'll see you shortly.
She was here for a second and then left.
Well, maybe Hot Rod will be in here shortly then.
Yeah, she probably jumped in to see who all was here.
Right. Well, he had let me know earlier in the week that he may not be able to make it here on Saturday night. Him and I were supposed to do the updated to the bonus points last night. I did jump on. I didn't waited for a while. He never showed up unless he was here earlier in the evening, but I did manage to get those bonus points added to everybody's race points for Thursday night's Cup race at Darlington. So we're good to go. And it was Darlington, as you hear, this last week. Wednesday, our truck series, we ran the road course, Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, and Thursday and Friday was Darlington. Saturday night, we took off because of the holiday weekend. And here we are tonight. We just got 3 nights of racing to talk about, and let's get right to it. Let's go straight to Wednesday night's truck race at Canadian Tire. Only road course in the series for the truck race.
User entered your channel.
And there, Rugrat is back. How you doing, Rugrat?
I'm supposed to tell you Hot Rod fixed Joba's points.
Huh, that's funny because I fixed the points yesterday.
He said you didn't fix Joba's, you only fixed the bonus ones.
Yeah, I put all the bonus points into the standings from Thursday night's race. And I didn't fix what?
Joba's apparently for his provisional.
Yeah, I did not add Joba's provisional. That is correct.
Yes, he added them
Awesome.
today.
Well,
So all the points are right. And he said, thank you for doing the bonus ones.
yeah, let him know. Thank you for taking care of SS. So now we've got everybody up to date. Unless, of course, any of you guys out there watching did not make it on Thursday night and would like to receive provisional points for Thursday night's Cup race. Remember, you're only allowed one provisional in the chase. So if you didn't make it on Thursday and you want to receive provisionals, you just let Hot Rod know, and he will take care of you, adding your provisional points into Thursday night's race, and we'll get your bonus points added to that, and you'll be right up there with everybody else. So Wednesday night, we are now halfway through the Truck Series chase. As you can see by the schedule here, we just finished race number 5. We've got 5 to go: Bristol, Las Vegas, Talladega, Martinsville, and Phoenix will end up the season for the Truck Series. So this last week at Canadian Tire, looks like it was myself who took the pole and the win at CTMP. For once, I didn't shoot myself in the foot at a road course. How about that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You apparently weren't behind Hot Rod.
No, because then I would have shot myself and him in the foot. Bob would have shot both of us in the foot in that case. Let's go over and take a look at our race results here from
Hey,
Canadian
Randy,
Tire.
what's going on in the chat there?
Howdy, Randy. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we'll get a few more in here by the time this is over, but I don't know. It's probably going to be a pretty quick one tonight with no bonus points to go over and no Saturday night race either. So it looks like I did lead the most laps, took the victory. Mike Coulong with the second place finish. BSR Mayhem in third. Pockets takes the 4th spot, and SS Joba rounds out the top 5. 36 laps led. What were the total laps in this race?
41.
41.
Yeah, you led all but
5 of them. 6 of them.
5 of them.
It looks like Mike Coulong led 4.
6, yeah.
Yep, Mayhem led 1, and Sean Fredericks also led a lap at CTMP. So overall, that was actually a pretty good race. We did have 5 cautions, as you can see, for a total of 8 laps. But overall, it was not a bad race. Few drivers there had some bad luck and did not finish, but most of us finished that race, and I'm sure a lot of these guys are glad to be done with the road course and get on with the rest of this truck chase here. Let's go take a look at the standings. I believe it was pretty close. I think Mayhem was only down by 5 points going into this race, and it looks like he lost another 5 with the 3rd place finish this past Wednesday. So let's take a look at what our Truck Series chase standings look like. And it is 10 points to second place VSR Mayhem. Mike Coulong with the second place finish moves up a spot to take over 3rd, down by 31. VSR Pockets drops to 4th, down by 34. And Sean Fredericks rounding out the top 5, down by 39 points. So we still have 5 races left to go. That is still fairly close to second place. And with some of these tracks that we have coming up, let's pop back over to the schedule. I know Mayhem runs pretty well at some of these short tracks. So Bristol is going to be our next chase race. I would look for Mayhem to have a pretty good race, maybe possibly make up some of those 10 points as we go into Bristol. Las Vegas, I know he's been looking forward to that. I believe you guys have heard the same thing I have. Didn't he say he swept Vegas last time we were there?
I believe that's what he said, yes.
And I believe he did. So he's probably looking forward to making up some points at Vegas as well. Of course, Talladega, that's anybody's race right there. And I know Mayhem has been running on quite a few of the Saturday night races this week. So I know he's pretty good in the pits. He's a decent super speedway racer. He's got a pretty good chance at that race, just like anybody else does. As many races as we run on Saturday night, just about everybody has gotten pretty familiar with Talladega. And that's anybody's race at Talladega. Anybody could come home with that one. And then we got Martinsville, another short track, which I believe Mayhem is pretty decent there as well. Phoenix, that last race, that happens to be one of my favorite racetracks that we go to. So They couldn't mess. As far as I'm concerned, NASCAR couldn't have picked a better track to end their season at. I know it's a big change from Homestead. Homestead is where it's been forever. It's where they've always ended up the schedule. Some guys don't like the change. Myself, I, I kind of like Phoenix. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting there. Now, we do not have a race this Wednesday night in the trucks, so it will be dirt. As you can see, our next race at Bristol is not until September 16th, so that will be not this coming up Wednesday, but next Wednesday. So let's go over to the dirt right quick, and let's take a look at what we do have coming up this Wednesday in the dirt series. September 9th, back to Terre Haute, and just 4 races left to go in the dirt series. We're going to race Terre Haute this Wednesday, then we'll have Fonda, Springfield, and the Devil's Bowl to finish off the dirt season. So this coming up Wednesday night, we will be back in the dirt cars at Terre Haute, and hopefully we'll get a good turnout. We had a great turnout last dirt race at Weed Sport. Had a great race there. Let's just update everybody here on the standings of the dirt right quick with just 4 races left to go. It is Hot Rod with a 16-point lead over myself, 26 points over Gear Jammer, Eddie D in 4th place, down by 42, and Rugrat rounding out the top 5, down by 44 points. And that's
Been pretty good.
yeah. Rugrat is doing great, actually. You're only 3 points behind Eddie D right now, Rugrat. You've got
Actually,
know.
2 points.
Is that only 2? That is,
Yep.
yes, 2 points. You got a good shot taking over that 4th place spot.
Hey, all I can say is I know what it takes to get from the very back to the front, and to be in 5th place. That's pretty good for starting in the back every race and working my way up.
That's right. And really, this would be your first full season. Did you run the whole season of dirt last year, or did you just come
Yeah,
in a
I
little?
got
Did you?
second place. Not last. No, I think this is my 3rd season.
3rd season. Well, it's the first season that you have been really racing. I mean, you were running last season before, but I think you were given a lot more than you really need to. You were just trying to get a feel for it.
Survive.
Yep,
Yeah.
get a feel for it and finish each race. And this season, you have really applied yourself, I think, a lot more. And you've been doing great. Had some great races. I know you and I have had some pretty good battles at a few of these tracks for the at the end of the race, the last few laps, and
Especially last week.
yeah,
I was kind of upset I messed myself up there and hit that wall. Last 20 laps, so it was like 15 laps to go, and then I ended up getting second anyway, so that's okay.
well, if I'm not careful, Gear Jammer might be catching me and taking over 2nd place. I'm pretty sure I have absolutely no shot at Hot Rod. 16 points, 4 races. Hot Rod is usually in the top 2 at almost every heat race. He's almost always going to get that bonus point for the heat race. And barring some kind of trouble at the end of the race, he's pretty much going to be up there in the top 2 or 3 every time. And if he's not winning the race, it's usually because he's had some sort of incident or trouble close enough to the end to keep him from getting all the way to the front. Some of these tracks, it is not so easy to pass at. So if you can get in front of Hot Rod, the last few laps, last 8 or 10 laps of the race, usually he's pretty patient, and he's not going to wreck you to win the race. So if you can get in front of him, it's not so easy for him to pass, and that's what's going to keep him from winning a race or being in the top 2 is, like I said, some sort of trouble toward the end of the race. And that's the only chance I have of gaining any kind of points on Hot Rod in these next 4 races, much less 16 points. I just don't see that happening.
Oh no, we might have to hold the dirt race back a little bit. I just looked, and I'm in Pittston, which is an hour away, and I don't get done till 7. So I'm just gonna be getting in the door like 8, 10.
Well, that's no problem. We've waited a lot longer than that. We've waited a lot longer than that for other guys. Even y'all waited longer than that for me sometimes. So that's not a problem. I'm sure we will definitely wait on you this coming up Wednesday. Make sure you get in.
Yeah, my dad will set everything up. So basically, I just gotta run a couple laps, make sure it feels good, and then we can go. And like I said before, I don't even care if he's run the heats without me because I don't qualify anyway. So, and I haven't won a heat. So
Well, let's go over and take a look at
but I'm
Thursday. Go ahead.
gonna jump out of here, guys. I got a bunch of stuff to do yet.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for popping in, and remember, tell Hot Rod, thanks for finishing up those points for me. I wasn't sure on how to add that provisional in there, so I didn't want to mess things up. I knew how to edit those points for that race, but I wasn't sure on the provisional, so I figured I would leave that to Hot Rod and tell him thank you for taking care of that for me.
I will.
User disconnected from your channel.
All right, so let's go over to Thursday night. Check out the Cup Series. Well, what am I going? Clicking the wrong thing. There we go. So Thursday night, we did have our first race of the chase at Darlington. Hell of a racetrack, and we actually had a hell of a race here at Darlington in the Cup Series. We had most or part of a green flag pit stop. I think most of the field or over half of the field did have their green flag pit stop before we got that caution in that one long run. It was around a 30 lap run, somewhere in that range, and we had another fairly long run at the end of that race. So there were 2 decent long runs. There were quite a few cautions at Darlington, but Darlington is a very tough track. Very hard to pass at this track. It's hard just to make it around here without getting in the wall or spinning out coming off the corner. But overall, I think it wasn't a bad race that we had Thursday night at Darlington. It was Mike Coulon who got the pole Thursday night, but it was BSR Momo who comes away with the first win of the chase in the Cup Series. So great job, Momo, already on his way to making up for some of those races that he missed during the regular season. A few of those bonus points he missed out on during the regular season, bringing home the first victory of the 2020 chase. Let's go take a look at the race results here. It was Momo who took the victory. Mike Coulon with the second place finish. Myself, Texan, finishing up in third place. Gear with a fourth place finish, and Pockets rounding out the top 5. Good shout out. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and Gear was 4 laps down at one point.
Yes, Gear was 4 laps down. I was just about to give a shout out to Gear for that great finish. I mean, coming back from 4 laps down, we did have several cautions. As you can see, if you look down there at the bottom, 14 cautions total in that race for 56 laps of caution. There was a lot of pacing around that track, but it was about 140 something lap race,
147.
147 laps.
Yep.
So, there was a lot of pacing, but we still got 91 laps under green. That's a fair amount of laps under green. And Gear, great job hanging in there, 4 laps down. Ended up with 4 lucky dogs getting back on the lead lap and finishing in 4th place. That's a great job and a great race for Gear. Looks like Randy's chatting out there. I am taking October 1st off to race at Talladega. I guess that means he's going to take off work, make sure he can race at Talladega when we come to Talladega in October. But we'll be glad to have you on the track with us, Randy, that's for sure.
Yep.
So it looks like Mayhem did lead the most laps in this race, led 44 laps, but somehow ended up a lap down at the end of that race. Mayhem did have a great car,
Yeah.
absolutely great car that he had in that race. You know, what I'm looking at down here are, look at these lines down here in the bottom. Look where
Yeah.
Momo started.
Dead last.
Momo started last, finished first. I mean, that's a hell of a run right there at Darlington to start
Yeah.
dead last, end up leading 31 laps, and win the race.
Patience and perseverance.
Yeah, and Momo, like I said, he was behind a little bit going into this event because he did miss several races this
Yeah.
season. You know, he may not have even gotten full bonus points for segment one. I can't remember whether he did or not. But let's go over and take a look at the standings right now with race number one of the chase in and all the bonus points added. So it looks like I am in the lead by 9 points over BSR Mayhem. Momo is in third place, down by 12. Pockets in fourth, down by 14. And Hot Rod, rounding out the top 5, down by 20. And right behind him, we've got a tie between Gear Jammer and SS Joba, both down by 22 points. And for eighth, another tie. Another tie for eighth place between Eddie D and Mike Coulong, both down by 24. Palming in 10th, down by 26, and Sean Fredericks in 11th, down by 33. So SS Joba even sitting out the first race with the bonus points that he had and last place points. So he would have received points. You know what? Let's go back and look at these points one more time because SS should be in here. Yeah. So you see where, right here, where Hot Rod did insert SS Joba in last place. He received points for 11th place. And all these points you see over here, these have your bonus points already added into them. So 66 points overall for SS Joba, including the bonus points that he had going into this race. So that's how SS Joba is in sixth place, even though he sat out that first race. He got his provisionals. As long as he makes the rest of the chase races, he makes the next 9, 22 points. He's got a shot still at his championship here. Vito, I know, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to make. Are you going to be able to make any of these Thursday night races, or just some of the
coming week?
This coming week?
Yeah, if we look at the schedule, yeah, I'll be there for the Richmond night race. I'll be able to make every other one starting at Richmond and Vegas, Charlotte Road Course.
Oh, you're going to be at the fun one there.
Texas and then Phoenix. Yeah, the road course, the Roval.
Did you run the Roval last season?
I don't remember. I don't think I did.
That Charlotte Roval is, in my opinion, that's a hard road course. That's a tough one. It's not very long. It's kind of a short road course, so there's not a ton of turns to remember, but it's real easy to step on the gas a little bit too hard in some of those corners and just get the car loose, get it right out from underneath you.
Yeah, I'll have to practice it sometime.
I believe Pockets won that race last season. And if he could do that again this year, that would definitely go a long ways towards making up some of those 14 he is behind right now. So let's revisit this Cup Series schedule right quick. We do have Richmond coming up this Thursday night. Will be race number 2 of the Cup Series chase. Then we're going to move on to Bristol, Las Vegas, Talladega, Charlotte Road Course, Kansas in the chase, Texas, Martinsville, and Phoenix to finish up this season. So 9 races still left to go in this Cup Series chase. It's still just about anybody's game here. A lot can happen over 9 races, and even 20-something points to the guys that are a little farther back is easily feasible over 9 races. That can absolutely be done. And I had something right on the tip of my tongue I was about to say, but I just can't remember what it is. So hopefully we'll get a good turnout this week. 9 races left to go in the chase. And let's move over to Friday night. Take a look at Friday night's Xfinity Series chase. We are now 2 races into the chase in the Xfinity Series. We did start at Daytona in the chase with the Xfinity Series, and it also ran at Darlington this week, same as the Cup Series. It looks like it was myself who took the pole and the victory on Friday night in the Xfinity Series at Darlington. You raced in this race, did you not, Vito?
Yes, I did, and I got taken out like within the first 10 laps.
Ah, yes, I recall. You're killing me, Smalls. Killing me.
Yes.
Let's
And
go.
I'm not mad at him at all about that. It's we were at it, but I just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, we've all been there. Wrong place, wrong time. As a matter of fact, I was in the wrong place, wrong time. Not this last Saturday, or not last night, but the Saturday before.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at our race results from Friday night's Xfinity race at Darlington. Looks like I did take the victory. Led the most laps, 57 laps led at Darlington on Friday night. Mike Coulomb with second place finish. BSR Mayhem coming in third. Momo in fourth place. And look at that. Kirkwood rounding out the top 5. Kirkwood hadn't been able to join us with that many races this season, but he had a decent run at Darlington. I remember at the end of that race, he was saying he actually enjoyed that race, enjoyed running at Darlington, and he had a great finish too, 5th place.
Yeah.
And Pockets was in second place. I believe he was back by 5 or 6 points going into this race in second place.
Going to be about 13 or 14 behind now.
Yeah, how many did he pull down? 38 points.
That's 8-point difference.
8 points he lost on this one. So, yeah, if he was 5 down, he's going to be 13 points back at this point. And it looks like we had a great turnout on Friday night.
Yeah.
With 14 drivers. That's pretty good.
That's why I got getting out so early, hurt me so bad.
Yeah, that's one of those nights where, if you got to take provisionals, or if you have a bad night, and that last place spot is a little more difficult than a 11th place like what SS Joba got on Thursday night.
Yep.
If you look down here, it looks like we only had, let me scroll this just a little bit. We only had 11 cautions on Friday night. So a few less than we did on Thursday night. We had a few more long green flag runs than we did on Friday night. And overall, it was a pretty decent race at Darlington. And Mayhem with the 3rd place finish there. Only lost a few points, and he was right there, I believe, in Friday night standings as well. Let's go over and take a look at the standings and see if Pockets was able to hold on to 3rd place, or if Mayhem moved or 2nd place. And it looks like he did. Mayhem actually quite a few points back. Pockets in 2nd place, down by 13. Mayhem in 3rd place. He did move up a spot, though. Mayhem in 3rd, down by 22. Hot Rod in 4th, down by 28. And SS Joba rounding out the top 5, down by 32 points. Now, SS, did SS race with us? Let's go back over here to the schedule. I don't think he showed up on Friday night. He might be due. Oh, he did. Okay. So SS is in there. he actually led one lap.
Yep.
But he finished 83 laps down. So he dropped out of the race early. Not surprising, being Darlington. But he did at least get his points. I was just wondering if he was due any bonus points and was going to be getting up there, closer to second, third place once he got his provisionals. But it looks like they are already in there. So these standings currently correct here. Now, anybody who has missed a race so far in any chase race, we don't allow provisionals during the regular season, but we do allow one provisional during the chase. If you're not able to make one of the races and you can make the other 9, you can get provisionals for your one race, which would be last place finishes. And anybody who wasn't there Thursday night, who hasn't had their bonus points added in yet, when you make it up to your first race, we'll add your bonus points in to see where you stand. Of course, if you're not going to be able to make the other 9, you don't take your provisionals, you're going to be far enough back that it's really not going to matter, bonus points or no bonus points. But if you're going to be able to make the other 9 races, you weren't there on Thursday night, be sure and get with Hot Rod, and he will get your provisionals in there. We'll get your bonus points added up. So we've still got 8 races left to go.
Yep. I know my bonus points for the season, I know that's not very many, like 6 or 7 or something like that, has not been added to mine.
For here?
Yeah, for the Friday night.
Yeah, let's go back and take a look. Did you? Yeah, because you're only going to make about half the races, right?
Yeah.
And you.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I just noticed.
Yeah, because you didn't make Daytona.
No, I missed Daytona. I was at work.
Right, and it looks like we have no Provies in here for you either. So we can actually, I mean, it will make your standings look a little bit better.
Yeah.
Even though you're not going to be able to make all the races.
Yeah.
We can put provisionals in there for you and really, if we go back to this schedule, looking at Friday night at Daytona, I would say that would probably be the race to go to for provisionals.
Yeah, well,
because
I would probably gonna wait until the Charlotte Road Course for the Friday because I probably won't be at that one.
Right.
So, but yeah, see, I had the 29 points for the Darlington race, but my season bonus points for the end of the season, I think I had like 5 or 6.
Well, we'll make sure we
Seasonal
get those added
points
in there for you. I'll go back here, if not later this evening. We'll get them added in there before next week. Because right now you're showing 103 points back.
Yeah.
That would at least move you up 1 spot.
Yeah, because I don't remember exactly how many season points I got. Or, at the end of the regular season, you all do the bonus points thing to add to your chase.
Right. I think you had.
I had like 7 or 8, something like that.
Well, you probably had more than that overall because you made a few races in segment 1. And
I made a few races in segment 1 and a few races in segment 2.
Right. Yeah, we'll make sure we get those added in there for you. That way you can have your full points. And like I said, I'd go ahead and take provisionals for at least one of those races because that's another close to 30 points right there.
Yeah. I'll probably look and see the turnout for the Charlotte Roval for the Friday because I think I'm going to miss that one because of work. So
I'm looking at Sean Fredericks right here, 96 points. Doesn't seem like he should be back. Oh, that's right. This is Friday night.
Yeah.
This is Friday night, and Sean and Mike generally aren't able to make it on Friday night. So Sean, I know, usually has to work, and he was with us this past week because I guess he was off, more than likely because of the holiday weekend. Now, Mike, if you are out there, if you ever come and listen to this, so far you've made 1, you missed 1. If you think you can make the rest of these Friday night races, and you'd like to get provisionals for the Daytona race, provisionals for that race would be 8th place, which is not bad considering it could be 14th place points. So that would definitely be one to take provisionals for, considering the turnout. And like I said, Vito, I don't know, Charlotte. If you wait for Charlotte, you might end up having to take Charlotte because I don't know that it would necessarily be fair. You know, letting a driver wait and see, how many people show up here or there to take provisionals. But I know Daytona 8th place. That's not bad. I would think we're going to have more than 7 drivers show up to the Charlotte road course, but we might not. So that might be a good play for you to wait for Charlotte road course and take the provisionals there.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'll talk to Hot Rod when we get closer to that time.
So that's all the racing we had this last week. Let's go ahead and go back over to Saturday night right quick, team series. So Hot Rod's not updated the rest of the schedule yet here, but we will have 5 more super speedway races. I'm not sure if they've decided whether we're going to go ahead with Talladega when we kick it back up next week in the Saturday night team series, or if we're going to go to Daytona. That way Vito can continue with Talladega this season.
I spoke to Hot Rod once on that. I think he said that I would stay in the Talladega.
Okay, so that means then our next race would be at Daytona in the team series. So we're going to have 5 more races, and 2 of those races will be truck series races. So we're going to have a total of 3 more cup races, 2 more truck series races. And let's go back and revisit our standings here right quick with this Saturday night team series. Looks like the Mafia is barely in the lead, just 1 point over Yingling. Aftershock 11 points back. Still a very, very close battle for that first place top spot. Only 1 point separates them. And Aftershock, we haven't had the greatest season this season, but we have got 1 victory out of those first 5 races, and we're definitely not out of it. Just 11 points back. That is doable. We could easily make that up.
Definitely doable, Anna.
I know these teams, that Mafia team and that Yingling team, very tough teams this season. The Mafia has got BSR Pockets, SS Joba, Bubba J on that team, and Randy C, I believe, is their 4th member. So that is a tough team this season. Now, although Bubba J has missed several of the races, the other 3 have made most of them. So, that's a tough team in the Mafia. And Yingling also with Hot Rod, Momo, Palmian, and who is the 4th Yingling teammate?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I know who it is.
Who is it?
Be me.
Yeah, it's Vito. That's right. The guy who's always saying "Go Yingling" in my in my stream. And so Vito, you've missed a few of these races, but I think Palmian, Momo, and Hot Rod have been at all the rest of them, and they've done a great job so far, taking 2 victories. We head back over to the schedule.
Only being 1 point down.
Yeah, only 1 point down. Palmian took a win at Talladega. Momo took a win at Daytona. And there are also 2 victories in there for the Mafia. SS Joba with a win at Daytona, and Pockets with the last win, the last time we raced. And look who it is, Sean Fredericks. How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. How are you?
Good.
Come on, Sean.
Howdy.
So you
enjoying my? Go ahead.
You're making it in just for the tail end of the spotter stand here. We were just about to wrap it up. We've already talked about the whole week's chase and just going over Saturday night, even though we didn't have a race last
User
night,
entered
giving
your
everybody a
channel.
refresher.
There's Mike Coulon.
Mike Coulon.
Welcome.
I would guess, my guess would be some practice is about to start happening for next week.
Already been working on it.
Richmond. We're coming into
Richmond.
Richmond, are we not?
Yes. Not the best Richmond guy. I usually have decent and then fall off like I fell off a cliff, you know. Trying to make it something a little better.
Well, that's one thing that will, seat time and practice. You can't do anything other than that. And, getting that in gives you an advantage over everybody who doesn't. Anybody who just shows up in there, almost no practice and start to run the race. You're definitely going to have an edge over those guys.
It's just one of them races though, where you could take yourself out with a self spin, or somebody could spin in front of you. I mean, there's so many ways you can get killed in this type of racing. So, trying to keep your car clean is half the battle.
Yeah, the short tracks are difficult in that respect. I'm clicking the wrong damn button here. I put up the the bonus points for a second, then I went back to the intro. Now, all right, I got us back on the right screen now. So yeah, short tracks, it's easy to get run over. There's a lot of different ways to enter the corner. Some people drive in deep. Some people break in early, try to save that front tire, and getting used to where the guy in front of you is braking and not running over that person. A big part of short track racing, and it definitely can happen. Richmond is going to be one of those tracks where, especially going down into turn one, even though it's a short track, that's kind of a wide sweeping turn there in turn one, and a lot of guys will drive in that a little bit deeper than others. I know personally I brake early right there going down into turn one and try to get it woed up. And there are going to be some drivers that are going to drive in there a lot harder than I do. So I may be in the same spot with you. I might just get run over on Thursday and Friday night.
I just kind of trail brake on down and try to be real smooth on the brakes. But if you mess it up or you carry too much speed in there, and you could loop it on entry, or like you said, somebody could run you over, or you could run somebody else over. I mean, I try to race clean and just let the cards fall where they may.
Well, let's wrap this up, and maybe I'll come in and practice with you guys a little bit. I have not run Richmond in quite some time. It's been a while since we ran it earlier in the season. So that's about all we have for you guys this week. Just wanted to give you an update. I know it's the holiday weekend, and most of you guys are out there celebrating with family and friends and whatnot. So hope everybody's having a good holiday weekend, being safe, and we will see you guys on the track Wednesday night in the dirt at Terre Haute. Thursday and Friday night we will be at Richmond in the Cup and Xfinity Series. We'll be back to Team Series racing next Saturday night back at Daytona. So appreciate all you guys tuning in out there. Appreciate you being here with me tonight, Vito.
Yep, not a problem, man.
And we'll see you guys on the track Wednesday night.
See y'all later.
See us.